Hey, what's up, boxing fans? This is the Rope-A-Dope Report. I'm your host, Chris Carlson. Sorry I haven't been doing my prediction videos. I think the last video I did was like a month ago for the Nishioka Marquez weigh-in. Just been busy, and sometimes I'll have these videos recorded, but then I go to upload them, and I'll run out of time before the fight, or I'll try to, I'll find some time, and in the uploading process, YouTube will be doing maintenance. So I'll try to have, upload a couple of them in a couple hours, and that kind of messes it up and puts errors on the video. So I apologize, but I'm going to try to close out the year here with several prediction videos because it's a great close, November and December, for boxing. But let's get into this video. Kirkland-Angulo. This is a fight that a lot of people have wanted at the 154-pound weight class for years now. In 2009, let's go back a little bit. 2009, two things happened. Angulo took a loss to Kermit Cintrone. He was outboxed in that fight. He did come in there sick to that fight. I think it's true. He didn't look, his normal self. He looked kind of lethargic, and also he flew in the night before the weigh-ins. So although I'm not taking credit away from Cintrone, he won that fight. I'm not sure Angulo was at his top form, but he did take a loss. This was in 2009. Also in 2009, Kirkland beat Yoel Julio. Knocked him out, I believe, TKO in the 6th round. So this fight was just ready to go. Cintrone beats Angulo. That kind of knocks the fight off. And then even worse, Kirkland goes to jail off of a felony charge for a gun from from being on probation from a different felony. So time goes by, and like I said, both of them had their issues. Angulo had the visa issues. He couldn't train or fight in America. I still don't think that's all the way straightened out. But 2 years have gone by, more than 2 years really, and both of them had warm-up fights. Kirkland warmed up a couple of fights. I think he had a 1-rounder and a 2-rounder. And then he got beat by Ishida in the 1st round. Got KO'd, knocked down 3 times. The 3rd time he did not get up. So he took an L earlier this spring. He went back with Ann Wolfe. He felt like he wasn't prepared enough for that fight and prepared enough in camp. So he went back to Ann Wolfe. Meanwhile, Angulo spent 13 months out of the ring. And he got a tune-up, basically. And Kirkland has had a tune-up since the knockout as well. So both of them come in here with time spent out of the ring. I think the major difference with this is Angulo was out of the ring for 13 months, but he took that loss to Cintrone, and then I believe had 4 fights after that. He basically got back on the horse, got some okay wins, and started getting going, and then he had the visa problems, but the fact is, he could still go to the gym, he could still spar, get some sort of training going on in that 13-month time. Whereas in the 2-year gap, Kirkland, for a lot of it, just gained weight and wasn't able to work out that much as far as boxing workout in jail. In fact, I remember him saying that they wouldn't even let him shadow box in his, in his cell. So, that's a lot of rust built up. Obviously, you could see in this first 2 fights back from the jail stint that he didn't look good, and Ishida knocked him out with clear right hands, just clean, crisp, clean right hands. Like I said, both of them had a fight set, I believe, very recently. I want to say in August. I could be wrong on that, but let's talk about the style. Usually when you have a toe-to-toe brawl type style, type fight, the person who makes the minor adjustment or does something fundamentally sound usually wins these fights. Now, both of them could get, I wouldn't doubt if both of them kiss the canvas, touch the canvas at least. Both of them, come back up and knock the other guy out. That wouldn't surprise me. Not at all. But usually in a brawl like this, the knockout for both of them is there. Both of them have a lot of power. Obviously, the chinny one would be Kirkland because he just got knocked out in the spring this year. But usually it comes down to a jab. A jab can do a couple things. It can set up your offense. We all know that. But it also can stop someone, or at least stop them in their tracks, someone coming in, like a Kirkland. So I would give, not that he's a jabbing machine, Angulo, but he does jab. Now, whether it's for comfort, whether it's to set up his offense, whether it's just to put that little blink in someone's eye, that little hesitation as they're coming in. No matter what, Angulo seems to be the more consistent jabber. Not to say he's got a great jab. I think both these guys actually have solid jabs. They just don't use it as much, especially Kirkland, whereas Angulo does use his jab. So I think that will help him in the long run. Also, when Kirkland starts to swing, he really leaves himself open, whereas Angulo has his guard up. You know, he has his guard up. He throws that jab, I should say. He throws that jab. Not to say he has his guard up and he's blocking all these shots and he's a defensive wizard, you know what I mean? But the fact that you have your hands up gives you the best chance not to get hit with basic shots and does give you a chance to block some shots as well. So in a fight where a one punch can either change the fight, knock a guy out, knock a guy down, hurt a guy and change the fight for good, keeping your hands up will at least help you a little bit. Both of them get hit all day. You know, now Angulo's with Nacho. I'm not going to sit there and say he's going to turn into some, what do we got for time here? Just double checking. He's not going to be on his toes boxing and stuff like that. Both of them are going to come forward, but like I said, either the minor adjustment or a jab, give yourself room right hand or something that you do more fundamental will help you in this fight. Obviously, fundamentals always help you. But in a brawl-type fight where it's just head-to-head guys that come right, that are right there, they don't move their head, they're standing right in front of each other, you know, I just think that a couple of things are going to be the difference. The jab, that'll help Angulo. The fact that he hasn't shown that bad of a chin like Kirkland has. Kirkland showed a kind of a bad chin on the way up. And then obviously Ishida, a guy that's not known to punch, although his punches were nice and clean and straight, those right hands, he wasn't known as a puncher. So I think Kirkland is not going to get knocked out early because I think Ann Wolfe will have him in great shape. So he'll be able to get knocked down and come back up and get back up and fight or take that punishment and strike back. But the problem is, where is he mentally? He just got knocked out for his first time ever in April. I believe that was in April. So where is he? I don't know where he is mentally. You know what I mean? And like I said, Ann Wolfe will scream to jab and move your head all day, and he'll do it here and there, but he rarely does it. Neither of these guys really move their head, but I just see an exchange happening, and I see Kirkland getting caught with the bigger punch because he opens himself up even more than Angulo when he punches. I think it'll be caught in an exchange. Now, if this was 2009, we flash back, I would have picked Kirkland because I thought Kirkland's hand speed, I think he has a little hand speed advantage, and I just thought that his monster mentality was going to take it over. To me, I just don't see that in him right now. I'm not saying he can't get it. I'm not saying he can't knock Angulo out. Like I said, it's a pick'em type knockout fight, that's for sure. But I think Angulo right now, with not as much time off and able to be in a gym and using his jab, I'm going to go with Angulo, but I'm going to go with a KO here. Not to say that Kirkland's going to get knocked out right away. Some people say the 4th round. I think it'll be mid to late, and I'm leaning towards late. So I'm going to put Angulo mid to late KO. Make sure you check out the post-fight show. I'm pretty sure we'll have one. We'll definitely keep you updated. Peace.